So if you don't come from like a silver spoon, right? Like you don't got people funding you for the music.
Yeah.
You gotta like pay for like advertisement, marketing, all of that.
Yes.
Right. So personally, it's like I go on DistroKid. I've made some money. Like I've sold NFTs, things like that.
Also, you are on DistroKid.
Yeah, I work with DistroKid. Yeah,
cool. That's number one thing.
And yeah, you could get funds off there, like off the streams and things like that. That's one way I've been making money. Another way I've been making money is off just straight off shows, ticket sales, things like that. Write a whole story and make it melodic at the same time. I feel like it is harder, you know?
It is
so it's like I like it more because sometimes it is more of a challenge, but sometimes it's super easy, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes I just be freestyling a whole R&B song on like one take, you know what I mean? Like no cap.
Everything just going on.
Like just one take. Like I just turn on the mic, start singing
one take?
till I was bro, I'm telling you. Tap in with my SoundCloud, you know, that's all I gotta say.
A singer, a rapper back in Sudan? Or did you ever try it?
No. I actually didn't even listen to too much music, but
in Sudan.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of like you were saying, there's Muslim people in Sudan, like a lot of.
It's more Arabic.
So it's like they don't listen to music too much, but there is music, like there's Sudanese music, cultural music, things like that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not a big thing like in the like, you know what I mean, at least for my family, you know, like I wasn't too big into the music. Yeah, how did I do that? So, I mean, personally, I think it's like I listen to myself sing so much. At this point, it's like I put in so many hours in the studio.
Were you like recording yourself
like
every
so
time?
Yeah, recording, and I'm just like in the mic. Sometimes I'd just be in my room recording over and over and over, and like I just got used to listening to my voice, tuning it a certain way, mixing it, and going to certain studios that I know how to mix my voice a certain way, and I just play with it until I find a fine tune that works, and that's what I feel like I'm working on perfecting a sound like that could represent Vancouver, represent Surrey, represent, you know what I mean? So like I'm trying to perfect the sound, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm almost there, you know?
Yeah. What's going on, AFRO Diaspora Nation? We are back again with another sensational episode. You know the drill. We're here. We're back. Incredible episode for tonight. I can promise you guys for sure. Thank you guys for tuning in. But once again, I would like to remind everybody to obviously go on and subscribe to the channel, man. We keep growing the channel. We keep having incredible, talented guests up here. You do not want to miss out. Subscribe to the channel. And we're going to go head out to the straight hot list of the week. Major, what's going on with you? You're looking good, by the way. I like the...
Thanks, man.
I like the shirt going on there.
AFRO Diaspora, right?
AFRO Diaspora. For
yeah.
This is looking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
maybe very soon you should be selling T-shirts.
I think I might have one. I might need one, actually.
You got yours in there, man. You just didn't check.
When was the surprise going to be, man?
Don't worry. It's coming.
Talk me about the hot list of the week, Major. What's going on today?
The week will be packed. It is already packed.
I
got a song out there.
Take It All Is Out.
Yeah, Take It All is out there. There's also Carried Away that is coming.
That's coming out soon.
Yeah. By the way, it's already released. We just working on the video.
Yeah.
Just finishing up, but we're getting there.
Getting there. The video.
It's a gospel, rap, R&B. You know.
Everything was introduced in that topic, but that was a beautiful
in that song, man.
Right? I can't wait till the video finally drops. And this video, we actually made it when it was struggling with the weather. So if you notice anything in the weather, please don't judge. It was a terrible weather those days.
Just to inform everybody that it's a collabo. That's why Baraka is, trying to let you know that that song was a collabo between Major, Mugisho, and Baraka.
That's what's up. Carried Away, man. It's going to be coming out soon in the video. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, and obviously Forever is still out there.
Forever.
Yeah, the video will come, surprising still.
Yeah.
We just don't want to spill the beans right now.
No. We gotta keep the audio rising up there. The audio is already on YouTube and all platforms. You can check it out on my page. It's Baraka Official. On Instagram, you can click and get all the information out there. But Forever, definitely one of the songs I'll remember for a long time. Probably forever.
Probably forever. Cool. The community is growing up. Mm-hmm. Last time we had a comedian here, Penbaga.
Yes, sir.
Last time.
Yeah.
We got new talent. I don't know if it's new talent or people are used to this. Easy One.
Okay.
Uno.
My guy.
Yeah.
Uno.
He's a rapper, singer. He sings R&B. He does Afrobeat. Sometimes he does rumba, Congolese rumba. You know, he's kind of like mixing everything. There's a song called "Don't Let Me Go" by Easy One. If you go on his Instagram, you'll see. You just write A and then Z with a Z, double E, and then one, just like O-N-E. You will see a guy dressing up, you know, very clean.
Uno has one of the most impressive style I've actually, you know, seen so far here. And I'm like, because every time he drops a cover of the music, there's always something popping. Whether it's the guitar, you know, whether it's the pants, whether it's the shoes, whether it's the car, sitting on the car.
He's really nice.
That's what I'm saying. He's a very different character.
Yeah.
And AZ, I'm going to tell you right now, man, keep doing your thing, brother. We're watching. The people are watching. You are growing, and we'll continue to support you no matter what, man. The things you're doing is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm very, very impressed with that, especially being back in music, and now he's really consistently just keep working on it. Yeah. I see it. So it's going to be...
That's really a proof that this community is really going to the top, you know, especially like the immigrants, you know, the immigrant coming from different places, because we have people coming from even the South America who are really doing so good.
100%.
You know, we had so many people, great people on the show. Who are really doing good. And that gives, it's boosting you, you know, to say that this community is really moving forward.
Absolutely.
And we are so happy for that.
Absolutely. And that's why I would like to encourage all the comedians, artists, musicians, you know what I'm saying, painters, you know, whatever it is.
Everybody who does something.
Whatever your count you have, if you want to be a leader, this is the place to be. Because
except those ones who insult each other on Facebook. Come on. You got to be careful.
They can show up too, though.
Yeah.
Because now we'll have a spicy conversation going on here.
We want a big community, but a clean one. Right? That's why we're here.
Shout out to Jordan C.
Jordan C. for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
cool.
That's what it is. If you want to be a leader, man, you have something to introduce to the world, to just talk about yourself. Afro Diaspora Podcast is one place to be. We are very welcoming. You can come out here. You can DM OC Music on Instagram. Follow that page, because that's where all the information are being shared. OC Music on Instagram. DM them if you want to show up in podcasts. You can always be here, welcoming and discuss. Yeah. And we can get heated up and everything.
The last one. My beautiful sister. Right?
Elton, where you at?
Rassi.
Yes.
Look how beautiful she is. So,
incredible, man.
Heal on Your Term. It's a book.
Yeah.
It's out there. Amazon, you know, you can go everywhere and find this book. Just Google it.
Yeah.
And you'll find it.
I'm so touched with that.
She really talks about leadership, and that's what, you know, without leadership, where are we going to?
Exactly. You know, how
be losing direction.
Just her story it's very touching.
Her personal story is
touching, and that's why what she's doing is even much of an impact in the community, because she's faced a lot of tough challenges in her life, and she just wants to be that role model and improving a lot more people out there, and which is a beautiful thing.
I think that's it for this week. You know,
that's a wrap for the.
We're still waiting for your story. Bring it here.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You know, reach out to OC Music. Come to Afro Diaspora Podcast. We'll discuss, man. Without no further ado, you know already what it is. We got we always bring some special people out here, and this guy is absolutely incredible. You know, I've known him. I've been absolutely blessed to know him for a couple of years now. The work craft he continues to do is absolutely incredible. Every single time. The energy that this guy, I'm not going to introduce his name yet. We will wait for that. But the energy he has, man.
Cool.
Every time I'm at the studio, when I walk in, he will be the number one on the mic.
Wow.
Doesn't matter what day. When I walk in, I'll see him on the mic.
Wow.
Or I'll see him writing.
Wow.
Or I'll see him freestyling. You know, that's how just the energy he has, and he just feeds me with that energy. That's why I respect it so much. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the rising musician, R&B rapper based in Surrey, BC.
Superstar.
The superstar, the GOAT of Surrey. That's why I call him the GOAT for a reason. Immortal is here. What's up, Immortal? Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Immortal blessing.
What up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm great, brother.
Yeah,
Look,
man.
I'm just happy. I'm blessed to see you here. You're looking great. You're looking fresh.
My guy.
Absolutely.
Do you know his name is Blessing? You are blessed because his name is Blessing.
Baraka.
Yes.
His name is Baraka. You know Baraka means blessing?
Baraka, blessing, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what my name?
Blessing too, right?
It's also Blessing.
He called
I'm
it.
tapped in. I'm tapped in.
That's what I'm saying. Blessing. That's what we're, bro. Man, we're blessed to see you here, man.
Yeah.
For real. We've been trying to have you here for a while, but the time is, with everything scheduling out. But finally, you're here, man.
I'm here, man. First and foremost, thank y'all for another day. Thank y'all for another month that just passed by, right? Cool. Thank y'all for the blessings. We're awake. We're healthy. We're living. We're moving. So
yes,
it's a blessing always, right?
Wow.
So I'm glad to be here. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, and it's always a pleasure, man. So
absolutely.
I've been tapping in with y'all. I did the live with y'all. So
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's always a pleasure to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the video still gotta be on there.
It's out there. It's still out
there. The live that he performed.
We just watched it.
Yeah, we were watching it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was late to the show.
Yeah.
No, but Immortal. So everything I say in the beginning, you guys already probably saw it. Check out on his video, live performance, how incredible it was.
Yes, sir.
But man, we know exactly there's a lot of stuff coming out for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just, first of all, dive into that. I want to know how your music career started by. You want to tell us where you based from, where you grew up from, where were you born? And we want to get from the roots.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So I was born in Vancouver.
Okay.
And then in my elementary years, I did elementary school in Sudan. So I learned Arabic. I learned a bunch of new things like that. That was all new to me right at the time.
I didn't even know that.
And I grew up around my family members that were mostly in Sudan, right? And then when I was 13, I came back, did high school, and then learned English again. I had to relearn English.
So your parents were living here first?
Yeah, and then
cut them out.
And then we went back to Sudan. Yeah.
This reminds me of Akon.
Oh,
that's what happened in Akon's life.
Really?
Yeah, he was also born in America, and then they moved him when he was 5 years old.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of
Senegal.
A lot of artists like that. I feel like Davido was the same. Davido, an Afrobeat musician.
Somehow, yeah.
He was born
in America. Then they moved him back
there. Yeah.
And
but then you pick up a lot more.
He ran away.
Pick up something from there.
He ran away.
100%. You definitely pick some stuff up.
Pick up some stuff up.
Living out in a different area, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn the ways. You know what I mean? Adapt to a different environment. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, it was great, bro. I came here. I did high school.
Yeah.
And did a little bit of post-secondary. But then around 2016, that's when I was like super inspired by the music I was listening to, and I said, "Hey, these guys could do it. Let me try it out. Let me see what I could do." And I just bought like this mic on Amazon. I was in the basement just creating things,
No way.
having different artists come through, make music with me, and like we just had a little crew coming up. And yeah, we just been making music ever since 2016.
First time you started doing everything.
Yeah, that's the first time, 2016, around that time. And I even was doing shows around 2016, late 2016 and 2017 on, and it just kept going.
Well, were you a singer, a rapper back in Sudan, or did you ever try it?
No. I actually didn't even listen to too much music, but
in Sudan.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of like you were saying, there's Muslim people in Sudan, like a lot of.
It's more Arabic.
So it's like they don't listen to music too much, but there is music, like there's Sudanese music, cultural music, things like that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not a big thing like in the like what I mean, at least for my family, like I wasn't too big into the music, but I did like listen to the radio like whenever it came on, and I just be singing along to it,
Yeah. You
be singing in the shower like some Chris Brown, like No Air, be playing like that shit the global,
with
you.
with you.
Like,
Those are the days, man. We used to pop in those days, man.
Yeah.
But that's dope though. That's really dope. So when coming here, did you feel like it was a lot more new?
I felt like it was a brand new thing for me. Yeah, like I had to adapt to a whole new environment. It was like a different weather, different people, different skins. Like where who are these? Like,
those days were
imagine I'm coming from like all black people, and I'm seeing like different cultures, different races, like what's going on? Like I was still like a kid, basically 13,
Yeah.
Still a kid, right?
Going to school too.
So it's like going to school, people are talking trash, like trying to say all this. What are these guys even talking about? Like I had to, how many scraps I had to get into?
I feel you, bro. I feel like that was like the trend, bro. I don't know why, but that was a trend.
Yeah, like just make fun of the fall guy. Yeah,
when the African guy comes in.
But like, I picked up quick, Picked up quick.
I will see that though.
Yeah.
I see that because I thought you actually born here and lived here your whole entire life. You never went back to Africa.
No. I lived there for like 7,
That's
8 years.
dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, man.
Because I don't know which one you started first, rapping or you started singing.
I've been singing for a while. Like I even had like those apps like when on the phone like that you just could be singing on like put the headphone in. So I used to do that like just do that just be singing and just be trying to get my vocals better. I was super trash, bro. Like, but I had to get better. That's through consistency and work. You just put in work and you get better. Your vocals start adapting. And you just, that's what I did basically. And I just kept singing, kept working on my vocals. Like sometimes I'd be sick, but I still sing just to get like my vocals back on tune, you know what I mean? Just so I don't lose the track of the vocals,
Because throughout the year, man, I feel like you've progressed a lot, man. Even like, I don't know if you used to freestyle before, but like.
Heavy, yeah. I used to like.
Damn, bro.
So in high school, we used to like do like freestyle Fridays. We used to do like some freestyle stuff on there's a community building we used to have in my school that I went to in high school.
Oh, okay.
And like we just be freestyling, and I'd go like freestyle in the back seat, in the car, like with
so
my
you were
homies.
In the game, man.
So I was just freestyling. Like, that's how I started. I just started freestyling, just coming up off the dome, like just making stuff up.
I get caught up whenever I'm, we're just having a good time, we're having fun.
Yeah.
But I see Immortal start going back and forth, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to catch up. Wait, hold on, man. And more, it just keeps going. I'm like, wow. I try to switch my stuff there, put in Swahili a little bit, so I can have a little impressiveness.
Yeah.
But how did you get to love your voice? Because most artists struggle, with. There's a process.
Yeah.
When you're starting, you don't have confidence.
Yeah.
You start hearing your voice, when you hear yourself recorded, you're like, wow, this is me. How did you get to start loving your voice and get more confident? Because I feel like you're more confident.
Yeah, how did I do that? So, I mean, personally, I think it's like, I listen to myself sing so much. At this point, it's like I put in so many hours in the studio.
Were you like recording yourself every time?
Yeah, recording, and I'm just like in the mic. Sometimes I'd just be in my room recording over and over and over, and like I just got used to listening to my voice, tuning it a certain way, mixing it, going to certain studios that know how to mix my voice a certain way, and I just play with it until I find a fine tune that works, and that's why I feel like I'm working on perfecting a sound like that could represent Vancouver, represent Surrey, represent, you know what I mean? So like I'm trying to perfect the sound, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm almost there,
Yeah. But that makes you believe that if you keep recording yourself, you might end up becoming a good singer.
Yeah, it just takes time. Some people say it takes like a few days, like 90 days or something, Just 90 days.
Like that's a good tip, man.
90 days of a habit of something, you could just make anything happen, Like if you 90 days, you could go to straight to work for 90 days, you can make whatever you work,
Wow.
90 days of whatever consistently you do, you're going to make something
And you do it on a
right?
daily basis.
I do it every week, bro. Every week I'm in the studio.
I saw you, I tell you.
Wow. But like working on your voice, like it's like every day, like
I be rapping, I be singing, just even I be freestyling wherever I go, wherever I be. I just put myself in certain environments to adapt and get better,
What do you think that as an artist, what do you think that improves? Being in the studio and working on your music, or working individual as a person? How do you think that?
I think both are very important. So you have to take time in your own time. Like if you let's just say you're just sitting in your room, like play a beat. Like if you actually want to be about the music, it has to be music all the time, right? Like music. So it's like you gotta play a beat, you gotta listen, write, practice your writing, practice your bars, practice your flow, practice your freestyling. You gotta put it, because some people say they do this, do that, but they don't practice what they preach,
Exactly.
So it's like,
that's why I asked too, because
you know what I mean. So you gotta actually practice if you want to actually make it somewhere. Like any craft, you gotta practice it. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
like
definitely
practice. But sometimes it's effortless, you know what I mean? Sometimes it'd be effortless, like you'll just go in there freestyle, and it comes out a banger, like, you know what I mean?
But I feel like the way you just picked up everything, like coming from Sudan, and looking at you now, the music that you make, it feels like, he's like those American musicians who are in the label already, and that's like it's like really crazy and inspiring, because you picked it up so quick. Because some people will still struggle with just like the confidence coming from Africa and being here and making like Americanized music. They'll feel a little bit intimidated. I don't know. But for you, even when you perform at the stages, I see you.
Yeah.
And you have some incredible performances.
Yeah.
You know, and I see you standing with your guys, with your boys.
Mm-hmm.
And your vocal is always loud, bro.
Yeah,
it's always
you gotta project. You gotta project. You gotta actually like have the charisma, right? Like you gotta actually pull up with like, yo, this is me. I like me, so yeah, I know you're gonna like me because I like me that much. You know?
Wow. You know? That's what. I see. Where you at? See. That's a code. You like you, they gotta like you even more.
Yeah. If you don't buy it, they won't buy it.
100%, man.
Yeah,
100%.
So it starts from within yourself first.
It starts with you first.
Then
that's tough.
You bring it to the people.
And that's the most important thing as an artist. You have to believe in yourself, and then the people that are around you that are following you, that's basically your fan base, will believe in you because you believe in yourself, right? But at the end of the day, you have to believe in, you have a code of ethics and a code, and just like believe in the Most High as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And have like just follow the right way. Make sure like if you're whatever you represent, like make sure the people gonna stand for that too. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that your people gonna stand with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah. I think I know what you think. Yes, sir.
It's getting better, right? So my question is this: I've recorded a lot of musicians.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Singers.
Yeah.
And some of them get to the studio. You know, when you are getting together, they're very talkative and they're very nice until you put them in front of a microphone and they feel like you should turn off the mic, the light in the room so they can sing.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
They're shy.
Confidence.
You know, some of them even don't want a third person in the room. It's just like the producer and themselves.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, according to you, what's going on in these people's brain? Like, is it like there's a shift? Because when you are in front of people, you cannot sing anymore. The voice is getting lost.
Some people fall under pressure, though, you know?
So it's like,
some people are under so much pressure. It's like, I just want to be here by myself. Let me just have me and the engineer and I'll just get it done. But some people could be like, yo, I could have like 15 people in the room doing some other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just in the booth and I'm just trying to get it done. Like, this is just me. This is part of me. Like, this is part of my life. Like, I just got to get this done, you know?
Yeah.
And like, they just go in there and get it done. Some people are like so inspired that like, you know what I mean? They just go in there and they have so much passion for the art and for the work that they do. They just go in there and push it to the limit. Like, just get it, and just record as much tracks and bang out like 5 tracks a night and just get out.
Because let's believe that most people who follow you to the studio are there to support you.
So you gotta be like wise on who you bring to the studio, right?
100%.
So like
yes.
So like you can't just bring anyone to the studio.
If you bring your friends to the studio, then you're feeling shy to sing in front of them.
Yeah.
Then how are you gonna blame me as a producer?
You gotta bring people you're comfortable around that are with you, like people like a good circle around you that are gonna be there to support you. Yo, you take this better. You could do that better. Yo, this sounds good. Yo, and they can all put in a little some, and then we can all work with the producer and make the thing like the sound make the best sound the best as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like and like the energy that's around there, like it's important. You know what I mean? So like you gotta have a good energy around you supporting you.
Cool. Wow.
And you started. Sorry, man. Did you?
No, that's he answered it. I think
wisely
he nailed it
wisely. I warned you about him.
Yeah.
So and you started music in Surrey. In BC.
Yeah.
What do you think? Where you are right now in Surrey, is the feedbacks okay? Is it where you want to be? Is it how you want to impact the people in Surrey, or do you want to dominate elsewhere?
Because honestly, like I'll be looking at my stats, I'll be looking at the analytics, things like that, right? And like Surrey's a big crowd, Vancouver's a big crowd, but I'll be having like people from like Brazil, China, Vietnam, India, like just tapping in, listening to my music like every day, like. Just like listening, get more organic views, more organic like fans that are actually like tapping in, liking the sounds that I be making.
Yeah.
And like I be like trying to see where the most places are, right? And I pick the top where the most traffic is, and just build up on that and just go towards that, you know what I mean? But Vancouver, I want to build on BC, you know what I mean? Because it's the hometown, right?
Exactly.
So it's like
some people
I gotta support the locals as well. I support most of the locals that I run into.
100%.
We tap in, we connect, make connections, and I'm just trying to build the city up so we can have a culture of our own. Like Toronto got something going on for them. They got a culture. They got, you know what I mean? Like here, it's like people have a certain vibe about them here, but we gotta break that shell. You know, we gotta break that shell.
That's why
we gotta elevate. We gotta come. We gotta bring something different to the table. You know.
That's what I tell Major every time.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like we're lacking something that's gonna just boost a lot of local artists up.
Because we actually have to pay attention to the local artists, because this is where it's gonna start. Because in the next 10 years, like these guys that are doing it now, or like us, we're gonna be the legends that actually did it. You know, like popped off, went to different cities, went to, you know what I mean? All part of the process. We gotta trust the process, and the process will work for you. You know.
And how do you think is one of the key things of pushing yourself here in Vancouver, of letting yourself known? What does Vancouver House to do?
You gotta move with love, man. You can't have no fake love. You gotta move with love, and you gotta move in a way like where you're like you have to like trust people. You know, like trust people. But you can't trust anybody, like just anybody. But you have to move like trusting and lovingly. Like, yo, I'm willing to work with you. I'm not trying to compete with you. It's not me versus you. It's us together trying to bring the city up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like a work together type thing. Like a boss. Like a boss is like gonna tell you what to do, but a leader is gonna lead you. You know what I mean? You gotta have leaders, just a bunch of leaders leading one another to the keys to the doors to get out the city. You know, and take the city to the next level. You know.
Talking about musical success here in Vancouver, do you think that the government has some role to play?
The government, for sure, bro. They got SoCan, they got all that stuff, right? Like they be controlling what plays on the radio, like. So it's like. Yeah, there's definitely some.
Do you think there's something they should do?
They have like funds that actually goes into things like that support the artists. And
should they give more funds to?
100%, bro. I feel like it would be a wise thing, because it would bring more money to the city. Because people from outside the city now, if like more artists start popping, people from outside the city, like, oh, I'll listen to this guy. I'm gonna come to this city to see his live show. If he has a big venue now, you know what I mean? So it's like it'll bring more attention to the city, and it'll bring more revenue to the city.
But that's what I'm saying, because like. I've seen you perform. Shout out to Striker Events, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Striker, man.
Yeah. I've seen you perform there a couple times, and just the crowd, how they get involved, is huge.
Yeah, man.
And in my opinion, I feel like something like this should be happening at least once a month. Get all involved, the local artists, whether you know Afrobeat, you know what I'm saying, R&B, you know, rap, everything. Just get them involved and see how the people get socializing with it, because people like, this show was fire, bro. Like I saw this guy who was banging, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Let me go check it out, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think that's something like Vancouver really needs, or do they have enough now?
I feel like we do need that, and it is gonna come. It is gonna come, brother. There's a time coming.
We just need to keep.
We just gotta keep working on it. Stay consistent, right?
Yeah.
And just like it's when it comes, we just everyone has to actually support. Like everyone has to come out, and they have to like let go of that, like, oh, I'm too cool for this. Like, you know, just be out there, bring the energy, and make it like, yo, like, because people out in the States, they be doing some crazy shows, getting hella proper videos, getting all vlogged up, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, we could do that, bro. We could do that. That's how you grow, too. That's how you grow as, like, a city, you know what I mean? That's how you grow as a brand, like, as a whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, it's possible, you know? We got to get that at least once a month. It's going to come. I feel that, you know?
Is it just a way of figuring out how you gotta do, how you gotta go about the government and get these things going on? Because there's a lot of talented people in Vancouver, bro.
It's not easy approaching
and like
the
they gotta stop like trying to like stop some of the shows because they're saying like, yo, these guys are too crazy, like. Like, you know, because some people are you know what I mean? Like, because Striker be trying to bring some artists from like the other side, like East Coast,
exactly.
And like some of the sometimes, you know, the feds be like, you know, yo, you guys gotta perform. It's two it's gangs, like this and that. So it's like you gotta be wise with who you pick and wise with like who you choose.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure like it's good business, because good business is good business. Bad business doesn't fly too well, you know. Gotta keep good connections. You know what I mean?
Wow. When we talk about the government, don't you think the government is mostly afraid when rappers are performing, because there's always kind of like a fight that is gonna be at the end?
Exactly, you know, what I was just saying.
I don't know if it's the culture of rapping, you know.
Yeah.
After every show, you gotta create a fight from nowhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We go for filming a music video, then some guys are just fighting.
I don't
know, over something we don't understand.
Yeah.
Or maybe we go for a show and then you just find out that some people are fighting. Don't you think this can make the government to feel like, okay, these guys are not really ready for music? They're bringing their egos, you know, like How would you help like rappers to understand some of these issues?
I mean, it depends on where you're throwing it, where the hall is, right? And it also depends on, like, you have to have security. You have to make sure nobody's bringing in the weapons, nothing like that. If there's a fight, people could break up the fights, make sure it's controlled. But you gotta make sure you're bringing positive energy into the show. You gotta make sure, like, they know what the show is about. It's about coming out. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna enjoy a good time, have a good moment with your people. Come out, enjoy your time, see what's up, see the people, see the events, see the culture, see the wave, you know. And from there, just make sure you don't take it to the streets, you know, like, and get all types of violence and all types of shits involved, you know.
Yeah, because I feel like most matured people don't want to go to a show where they know that's gonna end with a fight,
like,
right?
Because bro, when you go, like, some people actually go to the clubs to fight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, some people actually, like, the intentions of the club, you don't go there to fight. You go there to just turn up, you know, have a good time, maybe have a little drink, you know, maybe have a shorty or so, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, but some niggas actually go there like, fuck, man, I'm choked, like, fuck, like, I'm pissed off, like, you just try to fight, like, some people just, I don't know, bro. It just depends, like, just make sure you're around a good energy. That's basically what I was saying. Positivity.
But that's what I'm saying, though, because that's what I think. I feel like that's what music is all about.
Yeah.
We just want to bring good energy.
Yeah.
And bring good vibes.
Yeah.
Because that's what every artist work for. You know, because they love entertaining people. But that brings me to your family too. I want to know how you move with them here. So do they? When you they know you're a musician, obviously now. How much of an impact do they have in that? Do they support you in that, or
it's
music?
It's here and there. It's here and there. It's here and there. Like, sometimes they'll support me, just ask about how I'm doing. Yeah. But, like, support in terms of, like, I don't know, like,
because it's here and there. Committed to it. You're committed.
They support. They support, but it's like, you know how parents be sometimes, like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I have faith in my vision. I have faith in my full-time dreams, you know? Yeah. So I'm full-time going to do it, and I'm going to succeed because I can't fail. Failure is not an option.
And I've also seen that you've improved yourself in different genres of music.
Versatility. Yes, sir.
And everything you do is just, it's always new, but you nail it anyways. You know, you kill it anyways. And at least you give the best shot to try and succeed in that category that you're doing. So which genre of music do you really prefer doing the most? Which one is comfortable of yourself, of your Immortal?
Most comfortable?
Yeah.
R&B, brother.
So you
I like just singing, me coming up with new melodies and new things like that.
Because you're a crazy rapper.
But because I can rap. I like to sit there and just write, even freestyle, and just even freestyle and then write it after. But my R&B, bro, I like to think of the melodies, because the melodies is harder to come up, write a whole story and make it melodic at the same time. I feel like it is harder, you know? So it's like I like it more because sometimes it is more of a challenge, but sometimes it's super easy, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes I just be freestyling a whole R&B song on like one take, you know what I mean? Like, no cap.
Everything just going on.
Like, just one take. Like, I just turn on the mic, start singing. One take? Till I was, bro, I'm telling you. Tap in with my SoundCloud, you know, that's all I gotta say.
That's weird.
Tap in with my SoundCloud.
We're gonna shout that shit out at the end.
Immortal at FTD_Immortal.
Oh my god. Speaking of FTD, bro, because I've been seeing that trending for a while on social media, bro. Yeah. And it's something you take it very seriously.
Yes, sir.
So if anybody doesn't know, Immortal has started this, I would say a label.
It's basically a label, brand.
It's called it's Full-Time Dreamers.
That's okay. Full-Time Dreamers.
FTD.
Yeah.
So it regroups, you know, people who wants to make their dream come true, obviously. Because what they do is work hard every single time, and that's what it takes to be a musician.
Do whatever it takes full time to achieve your dreams.
Exactly.
To succeed at the goals that you want to achieve, no matter what, to get it to a different level, to always be working, to always constantly be diligent and do the due diligence, you know?
And how when did you start that idea?
When did it start? Maybe around like 2018, 2019.
And you're open to welcome a lot more artists in your group, or do you want to build one steady?
I've worked with a few artists. I've worked with a few different artists. I'm even part of TSG, T7G. I'm part of DBE, Mindflow. I work with Mindflow, associated with Mindflow. Shout out Mindflow. Yes. So FTD is just like it's my brand. It's the identity. You know, it's full time. We got to full time get to the dreams. Full time achieve it. You know, if you have a dream, you can't give up on it, because some people give up on their dreams 100%. And they regret it. So you don't want to live with regret, right? So, excuse me. You want to just always be like on your toes, like always just like, yo, what's next? How can I do this? How can I get to my goal? My goal is this. I have this idea. I know I could get it done, and I could just go do it. How can I get it done in the best way possible, and the fastest way possible? Maybe, but sometimes things take time and progress. The things that are put in front of you make you who you are. The things that are put in front of you might be hard, but the hard times will make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So like it shapes you, like especially as a man, like it shapes you, like molds you, makes you who you know, who you need to be. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta full time do it, full time.
How do you pass all this whatever you're explaining there to the others? Like, do you arrange like organize like conferences, like, or maybe camping or anything that helps you to?
I do have some people that I discuss brand identity with and discuss like
online or
no, in person. Some of my friends, some of my close friends that I'll be discussing these ideas with, writing things down, and we are working on some things that are coming out very soon, like merch. You know what I'm saying? Merch, things like that. Yeah. Our website, everything's gonna be out very soon. Just working on it, getting it all finalized. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. If I can take you back a bit, you know, when we spoke about parents and the support, the family support. Yeah. Because I like that, you know.
You're a parent.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I know that.
That's the thing, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to imagine. You said you dropped out of school.
No, I never dropped out of school. No.
Okay. How did you stop school? When did you stop? Yes.
So I went to. I finished high school.
You finished high school.
I graduated early.
Then
after I went to post-secondary because I did graduate early, and I went into like a construction program type thing, you know.
Oh, you finished too?
I finished early, yeah. I finished.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I didn't drop out. No, I'm good.
Oh, because I was like, okay, so if you dropped out of school,
I never said
then
I dropped out of school.
Parents will be like, oh, okay.
Nah, I never dropped out of school. 100%. I already finished. I was working. I was doing my thing. Music was a hobby for me, but I started pursuing it. Yeah. More professionally, you know, trying to take it as a business. You know what I mean? Because I'm a walking business. Like Money Man, I should be at LLC, you know.
But do you think this was like a surprise for parents, you know, seeing you doing all this in school? Yeah. Then out of a sudden, you just redirect yourself to music. Yeah. And you know, like African cultures, some parents, not everybody, consider as if becoming a musician is kind of like a waste of time. Yeah. Or maybe you want to become a hooligan.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
It's like you can say it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't be dissing. It's like, you know,
no way. It's not dissing. It's a truth. You know, people just need to know. Yeah. Because your passion is your passion.
But this is what I love. So it's like nobody gonna stop me. No matter what they say, I'm still gonna do me. You know.
That's really good.
It's like I'm still gonna keep pushing. I'm still gonna pursue it. I know this is gonna happen. You know.
Yeah, people get caught out.
There's a time for everyone, and my time is coming. You know.
100%, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But you were saying, I like what you said at the end there. You mentioned one question at the end that just slipped my mind.
That's why
about the parents' support.
I just wanted to know, like, the support that you got, like, you know, when you choose another career, and somebody was expecting you to be maybe, you know, a construction engineer, right?
Yeah.
And you know, in a country like Canada, everybody has in their mind that becoming a construction engineer or anybody like in that field, you will make more money.
Yeah.
And now you wake up one day, your son is telling you like, bro, Pop, you know, I'm rapping now, you know, doing R&B.
Yo, I'm a rapper now.
Yes. And you know, African parents don't know what means R&B, right? Like, what is that?
Like,
and then they refer to whatever they see on TV, like, okay, no. Yeah. So I want to know could that bring a bit of disappointment that makes them not to fully support you in whatever you're doing? Or do you feel like they just never mind up about?
I mean, I feel like it's like once they see like it's actually like something you could actually do for a living, you could make straight like profits off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can live off it. You're actually pursuing something that people, like, it's a notoriety, you know, like people know you, know what you do. They appreciate the music you make. You give them a certain feeling. You leave them feeling a certain way. You leave them with a certain message. And like, it takes time, right? Like music is a process. It's a creative process.
Cool.
And like, it's all like just going through the maze, you know?
Yeah.
And when you get out of that maze, you never know. Like, you might appreciate it. If they feel like it's a waste of time, it's like, it's okay, you know? I'm still gonna do it because this is part of my life. I love it. I love doing it. full-time dreaming and shit, you know, like, you know.
And in your
Don't
mind,
say
you
it's a waste
say,
of time though.
in your mind,
can't
you
say it's
say,
a waste
I'm
of time,
mature
'cause
enough.
it's,
In your
like,
mind, you say, I'm mature
listen.
enough.
You gotta actually take the time to listen what I be saying, what we be saying, like, because this is part of like us, you know, like who we are, you know.
Do they listen to your
It's
music?
it's an I show them. I show my
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
As long as you show, because some people be like, I'm a rapper, but they never show anything.
But they do support and like, oh, like, oh, I like this song. They'll show it to their friends.
Okay.
You know, like, but like in terms of like, oh, like I like what you're doing. Like keep doing it. It's like sometimes I don't. He's like, yeah, why you still doing that?
I think that's really rare. You know, a close family member to tell you that they really support what you're doing because you know they're used to you.
Yeah,
you know, like a rare thing, you know, to them, right?
It's broski.
I want to know who is just your icon. Who did you look up to starting? What? Because you had to be listening to some music before you got into that.
Yeah.
What did you pick up from somebody that you really wanted to listen to that really helped you really dive in and try
like
to
just try to get the lyrics and
the lyrics
and the visions and the poetry and all that.
There always has to be someone who motivates you.
I was a hip hop guy, bro. I grew up on hip hop, like DMX, Kendrick, Cole.
Okay.
You know, a little bit of some Drake, whatever like was playing at the time, right? I had like CDs that I had like MGK back in the day, Lace Up, you know,
MGK,
like I had like, you know, like some you know, a bunch of different random stuff. But then I grew into like I started exploring the culture of the music, learning about more artists, more sounds, and get top 10 with different cities, Memphis, Atlanta, Detroit, you know, all of the cities to Toronto, wherever the music be, like there's always new sounds coming out, always every year, get to new sounds. Yeah, man.
I want to know, now that brings me to, I want to know what are have you ever had any tough challenges in music?
Tough challenges?
Yeah.
I used to.
The moment where you feel like you're dropping down, man.
I've had those. I used to have those. Like sometimes, like, yo, man, you know. But I realized after like the last 3 years, I've been like, nah, I can't think like that. Never, you know.
Is there anything that happened that made you go through?
Like sometimes, you know, everybody go through personal things, ups and downs. We all have those. I have those personally, you know. I go through ups and downs and. But at the end of the day, I realized like, yo, it's not worth it to stay up and down. Just stay like this and always keep going up, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like climbing chart. So it's like, yeah, man, like the ups and downs can't hold you down. And the music, like, you might struggle with writing, you know, like have the writer's block or something.
Yeah.
But I told myself like, yo, you just write whatever comes to your head, like whatever story you have, whatever feeling you want to give, whatever you're feeling, just write it down, put it on paper, freestyle it, come up with a melody. Like always be creative, always try to be creative, always stay creative. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And what keeps you motivated in writing every day? Do you have a certain way you wake up in the morning and be like, I'm thinking that? Because some people be like, you know, I want to write about love today.
Yeah. It's and that's not how I really like.
Because everybody's different.
It's like I'll just think about some situation, or like I'll think about like, you know what I mean? I'll think about a situation that happened, or I'll think about like a song that I heard that like reminded me of something that happened.
Oh, yeah, different artists.
Or I'll think about a scenario. Of like let's say this person.
Because
I'll put myself in the scenario, like oh, like this is me and this has happened, this and this, and I'll just write a whole song about it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went to the club, had bottles. There was a girl. I saw the girl. The girl was sipping bottles.
You gotta take me back to.
You know, like sometimes album. It's off like some stuff I was literally living, you know. So it's like I'll just write it down, you know. Yeah.
Wow. That's a creative kind of musicians, bro. But like. And do you write music? Because people struggle with this a lot.
Yeah.
Some people, they would like to write music and then they spend maybe 2 weeks going about that the lyrics.
Procrastination.
That's what I'm saying.
2 weeks
and
is crazy, man.
Okay, now I'm ready to go at it.
Yeah.
You know, but then whenever they go to the studio, things get lost anyways.
Yeah.
Because all the problem, you know, it gets lost in the moment of recording.
Yeah.
How do you approach writing and then right away go to the recording music?
Okay, I could tell you like literally 2 days ago I went to the studio. It was like late night. I'll tell you this is like what happened, right? So I'm there. I literally, buddy passed out. We already made a song. passed out at the studio. I'm like, okay, halftime. I'm in there. I wrote a whole 3 verse, 2-3 hooks. Wrote the whole thing, recorded the whole thing in like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, you know? So it's like sometimes it's super quick, but sometimes it's like a day or two. I'll write it, I'll come back the next day, finish writing it. So I'm quick with it, you know what I mean? So I like to be quick with it. Quick styles, you know?
I see it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Because that's like, it didn't just like, I wasn't always quick, but I learned to like learn how to come up with the story, come up with the poem, the poetry. Yeah. You know, it's just the connection, the feeling, and then boom, hit it with the flavor, hit it with the sauce.
So you finish basically one song probably
2-3 sometimes I go to studio, I finish 2-3 songs a day, like night, sometimes 4, sometimes depends just how much, you know, the energy has to be there.
Put in work, man.
Just put in work, bro. Yeah, consistently. Yeah.
My gosh, man.
Cool.
What you guys? Because I know you were the same person too. That's why when I talked to Immortal, I immediately thought about you because I know how you make music too.
Oh, writing songs?
You write the songs and then right away because the Immortal is the same, literally the same.
Yeah.
He goes to the studio and makes the work done right there. You know,
yeah,
I take some time. I'm gonna say I'm different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's very impressive, and I feel like people who look up to you and how you make your music, this is very important. They know how to deal with that, man. Because some people give up because they feel like, man, if you don't really love music, you're gonna give up. You're gonna be like, I wrote this song, I'm gonna work on it next week. It's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, but that can't hold. You can't let nobody can let that hold them back. You know, because like you know how like I watched this video like Prince. You know Prince, like Prince the artist from the States, like, from the 80s and shit. Yeah. That guy, he would just go get it one take, record all the stuff, bang out all the instruments, get it all done. One another song, like 5, 10. That's why he had like over 2,000 songs in an actual vault. He had over 2,000 songs, you know, just sitting there in floppy disks, like old school. You know what I mean? So that's all about the work ethic. It's all about like how you just gotta keep going, keep going, and then the sound will always get better and better because you're still going. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant like dot.
I wish you could say that to the audience, bro, because people.
You gotta just keep going up. You know, like level up.
People need to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be boxed in. You just gotta keep going up. You just gotta keep going up. Like, gotta keep growing up. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Cool. Is that the same mind you have for recording one take? Is it the same mind you apply for when they're mixing your songs? Oh, this is the time now.
I'll be there with them. Like, yo,
okay, can we go back there? Can we go back? Or do you use the same mind of saying, okay, it's done, let's release?
No. So I'm with them. We sit together. I listen to it. If I don't like something, we go take it out. We make it sound the way we like it. You know, the way I like it. The way the producer actually like has to sit there with me, and the engineer sits there with me, and we make it sound the way that's like proper, you know, proper to the ear, the way I like sonically sound like it. You know what I mean?
That's good.
You know what I mean? So like we just detail it.
Yeah.
Who would you blame between you as an artist? And the engineer? If you come with your girlfriend to the studio, and she's like, I don't like this song. I feel like there's something missing. And you ask her, like, what do you think is missing? Because that's going to be the question. And she's like, I don't know. I just don't feel it.
Yeah.
Who would you blame? Is it yourself or the engineer?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Pardon? Oh, you won't have a girlfriend.
So we chilling, you know. But if it was the hypothetical situation, and like I'll ask her, like, yo, do you have any experience in music? Like, or are you just saying this?
Well,
like,
she's a consumer.
Yeah, she's a consumer, but like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you saying that? Like, explain. Like, what do you think? Like, she has to elaborate. If she's not elaborating, then she's just talking random nonsense, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's the engineer. That guy went to school for what he does, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the truth.
Yeah, like, so it's like, if the guy's professionally listening to it and the consumer is like not knowing why they're not like liking it, they can't elaborate, then they're not really consuming music the right way, you know?
What about this? How do you handle the situation whereby the engineer did work on the song all night? Yeah. And he's so happy with the mix and he's very happy.
Put in the work.
And then when he sent it to you, you're like, bro,
I don't like it.
This is not what I was waiting for. You know, what is this, bro? Can you bring up my vocal? You know, he's like, okay, if I bring up the vocal, I might reveal some of the stuff that I'm hiding. You know, like sometimes some recording issues. You know, Sometimes we don't have good rooms for recording.
Like
and then
acoustics.
Or maybe just some auto tune that he put on your voice. He feels like it's gonna be too much.
Yeah.
When you are like, bro, can you increase the auto tune or can you decrease it?
Yeah.
How do you handle these situations?
It all gets done when the recording is being done. As soon as I record it, I listen to it. Everything's getting cut up. Everything's getting tuned. And I do that while it's happening. So when I get the rough mix and I'm listening to it, I listen to it again in different areas, like headphones, speakers, car. Just listen to it in different, and then, okay, this needs to get up, this needs to go down, you know what I'm saying? Just off ear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question about that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be more good for people who are watching.
Yeah.
How do you handle the situation whereby the reference beat the mix? You know, when we finish recording and you listen to it, you love it, everybody's happy. You go home and you're like, bro, can you send me the song? I just want to dig into, just be happy.
Yeah.
And then, okay, cool. He's sending you that rough mix.
Yeah.
And you're listening to that, you love it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you come for the mix, you're like, bro, I think I love the rough than the mix.
Better,
yeah.
So
after he's putting 10 hours in the mix.
Yeah.
How do you handle this?
How do you handle it? If I've already paid the guy and I don't like it, I'll tell him scratch it. I'm keeping the rough and I'm putting an E-mix on it.
Cool. And then who do you give credit to that?
Who do I give credit to?
Yeah.
I give credit to where I recorded it.
To whoever recorded it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you won't
Unless
put
I
his
already
name.
paid them up front, then...
Yeah. Cool.
Then it's mine.
Some people won't like you to put their name on a rough mix, right?
No, it's not a rough mix. Yeah.
That would be like, bro.
But it's about what the feeling, like I said. Remember,
Cool,
saying, because like if I like it that much, I know someone else is gonna like it twice as much.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, man.
No way, man. Yeah. What about that? That caught me up though, because now, because I go through that problem a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool.
The mixing part, man.
Yeah.
How do you know when it's already done, when you already mixed up everything?
Yeah.
And it wasn't something you wanted in the first place because you already had some other ideas.
Yeah.
How do you know it's something you want to accept?
Or you just want to like, oh no, bro, you didn't do a good job.
You didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's not a good job done, you have to go back and always refurbish. You know.
Do you feel any pressure? Do you feel any pressure of going through? Because as an artist, you gotta know what you want.
Because you gotta make sure you're working with good people that can actually.
Exactly. Team. Excuse me.
Make sure you're working with good people that are actually trying to take care of your music, that are actually caring for your sound, right?
Cool.
So like you gotta put in the time. Me personally, I like to learn when they're doing it. Like I'll learn it so I can even do it myself the next time. You know what I mean? And like,
cool.
You know, like just get it done and make sure you're sounding the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But about the team, so the team is definitely important to.
They have to put in. Yeah, they have to like listen with me. Like, oh, this has to go up, down, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, equalization here, compression here, whatever needs to be done, like, all the minor details, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And what do you think is the best way? Because a lot of artists struggle these days to just, when they record the music, done with everything, they start struggling with how to promote the music. And a lot of people just different these days. But I see you keep on putting work every single. You post the music. You post almost every single day. Actually, every single day you post.
Every day I be out here, bro.
You know, I see you post everything because a lot of people, they just sleep on that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the goal of building yourself as an artist? Or if your music hits really good, you don't have to do anything. You just are gonna chill. I'm good with that.
No, you have to. If you want to influence, you have to be an influencer. Right, so if you want to make an influence, you have to be an influencer. So you have to make influencer movements. Cool. You know what I mean? So you have to actually promote yourself, promote your craft, promote your brand, promote who you are, but do it in a professional manner. So people, when they look at you, they're like, okay, this is what this guy does. I can tell right away off looking on his page, like this is what he does. He does a musician. I'm gonna look at his music now. Make sure like try to engage with people and try to make content that actually hits and like has value to it. You know. Yeah. And that's what I'm slowly learning every day. Like make content that has value to it, that people can like relate to. People
that's
can
what I was seeing too,
like. You know what I'm saying? People could just like, yo, this is cool. Like I see someone in the city doing something.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna fuck with that.
That's like the room. I feel like you've improved a lot more into. Like, getting your song out more there and promoting. Even when you announce where you're gonna perform, whatever.
Yeah.
You make sure you actually make something representable. People will see like, oh. Man, that's interesting. Something interesting about this guy.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself, right? And they'll come back eventually. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like probably number one thing people should be doing.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself always. You gotta invest in yourself right away. You know, because that's the biggest thing as an artist.
Yeah.
Especially if you're independent, you gotta just invest in yourself.
My goodness.
Yeah, takes at any cost.
I have a question on that one.
I wanted to ask you. Okay, go ahead.
You had something else?
I was gonna switch the subject to something because something hit me way back.
But cool. Yeah, I think we gotta go back to the business thing, right? Because I think this is one of the main reason why we're here is to educate people. You know, we can talk about everything else, but if people don't learn through your experience, our experience, then they're not learning anything, right? You make your music. You spend all 12 hours in the studio and fighting with whoever you can fight, you know, collab with everybody, show love and everything that can be done for the music to be finished. And after the music is done, now what's next, right? But my question is, how do you know you really own that music? How do you protect it? Because, you know, you only have control maybe over something that is played in Surrey. But when it's played in England, you know, or maybe somewhere in
that's
Asia.
what I was trying to say. Like they have the government, when you were saying to the government thing, like they have SOCAN, so like you have to actually.
So you're already registered under SOCAN.
I'm not. I'm on the process of registering right now.
Okay, so that makes people who are listening to say, up until now you don't own anything that you've released, right?
I do buy like the beats. I have like the papers, everything like that. I do have like I paid for like packages, beats packages, things like that. So I do own the beats. And when it comes to the lyrics, I did write all the lyrics. Everything's mine. Nothing is anyone else's. Everything I wrote myself. So in terms of like I own it, it's all mine. I do own it. But in terms of like, is it signed up and registered for like those types of like official things? No, I didn't get to that part yet. I'm still figuring it, you know, in the process, because I have to do all the paperwork and everything like that. But that's just like minor things that are gonna get fixed, and I'm taking the business side of the music business more seriously. Because I've been doing it for a while. I didn't see it as a music business. I just saw it as music, and now I'm seeing it as like, yo, there's potential to be like something big here. You know what I mean? There's potential to like, you know what I mean? Take it to a level where it's like you're actually eating off this. You know what I mean? Like you're actually like, yo, like I do this. You know, this me. You know.
Full time.
Full time. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But what would happen to you right now if, you know, I listen to your music there? Maybe when you leave the room. I'm like, oh, I love that song. You know, I just take that chorus and do it in my song. I didn't take your beat. I didn't take your voice. I took your song. Then after singing it in my song, then I register it legally. Where will you go next to claim that song? Because legally I'm known that I'm the owner of the song. How would you prove that that's your song?
How would I prove
right
it?
now? Yes.
Look at the dates. Look at who came out first. You know what I'm saying? Look at who made it first. Look who wrote it first.
How would you prove that you made it first?
Like you can say like this guy don't own this guy don't own this. But like that product is still right there and it's stamped. You know,
where?
Like
Where?
Wherever you said you listened to it, right? So it's already out. You actually heard it, right? So that thing is already out. Right? It's already living. It's already alive. It's already out there. So it's like you can't say you can't like just bite my shit and just tell me, you know what I mean? Like that's called biting. I think you are clever enough.
But let me twist this again. This again. What if it's the producer who produced it?
The producer.
Yeah, who releases?
Bro, you know how many guys just make a song and release it, and then the producer just hit them up like, yo, I'm gonna give you a split, bro. I'm gonna give you some bread. Like whatever bread we make, we split it. And that's how you make business and connections. So it's like, be willing to work with others. That's how I see it. Like, if you have art, someone's inspired by your art, you know, let that art move around. Let it flourish, you know?
Cool.
That's how I see it, bro.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
I have another question.
Oh, man. Okay, go ahead, man.
Right? We gotta enjoy this, right?
Go ahead, Major. That's why I like Immortal, because he brings out.
He's very smart.
What he wants to say to you. Yes, sir. What's your question, Major?
Yeah. So we talking about music, right? And releasing a song is good, but know where your song goes and where it's going to land is very important.
Very important, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have an album out there. Right now, how are you getting paid for the music you've released so far? Let's forget about Sokan. How are you getting paid right now? If you can help somebody who's trying to release, because, you know, this is what brings more challenges between us and our parents. When you tell your parent that I'm trying to embrace music like, full time, they are looking into that, how you're going to be gaining. If you can bring this to the table, like this is how I'm going to be making money.
Yeah.
Because you can say, no, I will be making my music and be happy. Like, but but that's,
Yeah.
So right now, you as an artist, how are you getting paid for your music that's already out there?
Okay. So me personally, like, so if you don't come from like a silver spoon, right? Like you don't got people funding you for the music.
Yeah.
You gotta like pay for like advertisement, marketing, all of that.
Yes.
Right. So personally, it's like I go on DistroKid. I've made some money. Like I've sold NFTs, things like that.
Also, you on DistroKid?
Yeah, I work with DistroKid. Yeah,
cool. That's number one
and
thing.
yeah, you could get funds off there, like off the streams and things like that. That's one way I've been making money. Another way I've been making money is straight off shows, ticket sales, things like that.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So it's like gigs, just straight gigs. Just find ways to maneuver through the business, through the industry, and find ways to like, you know what I mean? Just make it work.
Vancouver need to do that, man. Because
and like,
he's featuring the artists.
My goal is to like have enough skills in my tool belt to like make it like, yo, I could do this. Like I want to open a studio. You can come through. And then you get people pay you for your time, for your service, for your craft. You know what I mean? Instead of paying you for your time, they pay you for your craft. Like you just come, I'll give you a package, come record. You know what I'm saying? Get it done. You know what I'm saying? So that's like another way I'm thinking about getting paid. Yeah. And like there's ways to make money in the music industry rather than just, I just make it off streams or I make it off shows. So there's way other revenues, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but then now we know we make money in music. But now I was talking about spending money in music.
Yeah.
A lot more artists are scared of that.
Yeah.
That's why I push them down. Yeah. Because people, when you talk money, you start thinking, oh man, my life. Man. I'm gonna be on the streets, man, if I keep doing that. Yeah. But you have that goal. You have that big goal to achieve.
Yeah.
And music is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Everybody who out there wants to know about music, that's why your support just means everything to every artist out here. Because music is not cheap. Especially if you want to have a good quality music. Yeah. You want to showcase who you are. Yeah. What you want to bring out there is not cheap.
Yeah.
What do you think the people should... Do you think people should invest a lot more if the quality is good? Or should they start... Even though the quality is bad, should just start whatever it is the time takes?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So, personally, I think as like... If you already started something, at least you started. Build a fan base. Right. Grow somewhere. But once you actually take it more seriously, you have to actually invest into yourself, make the sound grow and become better. So the people that are actually tuned in can grow with you. Make sure, tell you like comments in the section, like, you gotta do this to sound better. Do this to sound better. Yeah. And you just gotta keep going up. You just can't give up. Like make sure every time you have some paper on you, like just invest a little bit in yourself, a little bit in your music, put it into marketing, advertising. Make sure more people see you. The more people that see you, the better it is for you. So it's like you can get your name out there, right?
But the quality of the music.
Is definitely like important, because that's what's going into the ear, and that's the vibe. You know what I mean? That's where the vibe is. Like if people feel the vibe, then they gonna dig it. You know.
Cool. Would you, even though you have, because everybody have their life, what to deal with, they have things that you have to pay bills, how much the bills are. Do you think it's a wise idea to still spend your money if you really believe in yourself?
If you know that you have it, some people do, some people don't. If you know you got it and you know that it's gonna come back to you in the future, that's an investment. That's what an investment is. An investment comes back, right? So you put it in now.
People don't know that.
You put it in now. Like let's say like you're popping enough. Now you have enough people looking at you, seeing what you're doing. You could go move around, do shows, and now you get extra money for it because like now there's more help. All the people are supporting you. It's all about the people, so you gotta show love to the people. It's all about showing love to the people. I like
it. Like that's what I like. That's what I like to hear because, music is. When you love music so much, you don't want to give up whatever it is. You don't want to give up because now when you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah,
spend a lot. You spend a lot, but it hits you in the heart. Even though you want to be like, yo, I'm broke this.
But you know what they say though, right? Success comes at a price. So it's like you just gotta have faith and make sure you're moving correctly. Like just make sure you're moving with faith at the end of the day and obedience.
So which now brings me to your performances.
Yeah.
How do you perfect it? Do you work on your because when you go in the crowd, things are different now. You know, we talked about how good quality music has to be, but now the action has to come from the artist as well. And that's how
you always have to work on it.
You always have to work on it. Do you have a way you prepare yourself and what people should know how?
So yeah,
if you're feeling very down or uncomfortable, how do you get out of that situation?
Yeah, I've been asked that question before. So it's like before a show, you always have to know what you're performing, know how you're gonna approach it, know how the crowd is gonna feel like. Sometimes you might not see the stage until you're actually at the show.
Right.
So you have to know how you're gonna move, how you're gonna operate. Like
go around,
get it all ready. And throughout the week, just listen to whatever you got to perform and actually 100%. Practice your flow, practice how you got to get it out, and make sure it's up to par with whatever the other people that are there. Like, make sure you're doing it to the best of your ability, you know what I mean? Like, maximize the gains, you know what I mean? Maximize the flex, you know?
Shout out. Chosen, shout out.
Chosen, shout out. Chosen, man.
Yeah, but that's a major key right there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people wonder why they go home and like, why did nobody turn up my music? Like,
because you didn't practice with motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was doing everything I can. I was running around the stage this way. But nobody was even looking at me. Why?
Yeah.
No one was even paying attention to me.
I heard this once. It's like the first 30, 40 seconds to the minute. The first that part, the 40 seconds to a minute of the show. That's like the most engaging part of like that's where when they see who you really are.
Exactly.
So that's when you gotta go the hardest. So the first song you pick has to actually like show. You know what I mean? Like so whether it's slow or fast, just make it work for you. You know what I mean? Like,
that's one of the key. That's the one important. You gotta start the show with the song
that represents you, something that you like. You just made it in the vibe, you know.
Because you gotta still the crowd. If you don't still the crowd, that's good luck on you for the rest of your songs.
Yeah,
you know.
And you have to like project your voice at all time. You know, like just speak with your chest, say with your chest.
Every time to just do not hold back. If you know yourself and know how you deliver, do not hold back.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
Straight up.
Interesting, man. Interesting.
Yeah. Talking about live, right?
Yes, sir. Okay. What's up?
I know you have a lot of questions, but talking about live, how do you handle the situation whereby you come, you're really hyped, you know, happy, you know, the people are there, but just come to realize that the DJ is like he didn't eat that day. You tell him, can you turn up the beat? He's like, what are you talking about? Can you just sing? It happens sometimes, right? And that can break your spirit. You know, you feel like your music was not given enough, you know, volume so that the people can enjoy it. But situations like that can make your performance go down. How do you still, do your job in situations like that?
As long as the mic working and you got that energy, you just hype up the crowd.
What if the mic is the one that is even lower?
If the mic is messed, then that's on you. You gotta go to sound check, you know? That's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying. Sound check.
Sound check is important, you know?
People don't show up at sound check.
Yeah, you gotta show up to sound check.
Especially rappers don't show up.
I'm not going there. Wow, come on, man. I'm good.
Show up with a CD.
Sound check?
I'm good, man. Give me the mic.
I already know this shit's fire. But sometimes it's like you just gotta actually like make sure the mic's working.
Yeah.
And then you get to go. Like you just, even if the beat's lower, you still control the crowd with your voice, right?
Yeah.
That's what an MC does. The MC controls the crowd.
It's one of the action, like how you carry yourself and how you.
It's about entertaining the crowd. Yeah.
And you're super entertaining. I know for sure it's gotta be your talent, you know. That's given right there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will be different when they're performing. They'll be different. Some people will be.
Reserved,
and some people gonna be out there. Some people be dancing. You know, but it's one of your skills that you bring up there, and what's the most important thing. But now, I wanted to also ask about collabing because I know you collab with a lot of people. How do you? But you must know a lot of people you collab with most of the time, right?
Yeah.
But how do you know who's the right person to collab with as an artist?
Yeah. How do I know?
How do you know?
That's
a good question because you gotta pick a certain people that you gotta, because the goal is always make a song that will hit. That's always the number one goal. But it's the people you pick, choosing being that song. You know, the one you gotta make sure you're careful because now you pay the money and the song will go sideways.
It's always about the potential though. Like if someone has potential to pop, because I know I already have that potential. If I see someone like, yo, this guy has potential too, or this female has potential too, we'll lock in, like feel some, tell a story, and then if it works, then we got a banger, right? But if it don't work, that's still another moment that you live through, right? So it's like you gotta appreciate the little moments because it teaches you, you know what I mean? It teaches you like, yo, okay, this worked, this didn't work. You gotta find out what works and what doesn't work. Because some artists I had worked with, like, it didn't work, didn't release it, right? Like,
when the chemistry is not gelling.
Yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, like, but
and how do you go about telling them people? Do you think it's important to let them know the other person it's not working out?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, we can try another song. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel shy.
Just try a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes it's like, yo, like it might not be the right beat, or it might not be the right verse, or it might not be the right flow. Right. But you could always find something else, and you could work on something else that might hit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be willing to put in extra work. You know what I mean? Extra work to make it work.
If that's also pop. If you were to collab with one artist, can be local, can be big, who would it be? As for Immortal.
One artist from where, like the city or anywhere?
Anything in the world. I want to see how you celebrities first. Who do you think matches your style a lot more?
Matches my style, man. Like you talking about what, like R&B, hip hop, or
any? Let's do R&B first.
R&B.
I know who you're coming with.
I love to do a song with like Bryson Tiller type shit.
Like, okay,
that's
like
also Brett Fayez or some shit, like Jay Safari or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's
like those guys, those different styles. You know, like just melodic, and it's like just easy to, like, you know, easy to the ear. You know, something like something that just hit. You can play it in the club. You can play it in your room. You can play wherever. You know.
So would you say Immortal has now discovered his personality?
I'm out here,
on
bro.
the beginning of your career, everybody's always everywhere, man.
Yeah, you know? I just trying different things here and there. Yeah.
So, but now you feel like you're comfortable knowing who you are.
Yeah, like I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and
if you people are coming to tune up, they should, you know, if you're coming to see you and watch you, they should be investing in something they want to see.
Yeah, they should be expecting something like something different, some that's going, like, you know, leave them with a memory, like a good feeling. You know what I mean? Steven was like, yo, that was different. I like that. Like, yo, that was also like, that was some legendary shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they be seeing us like, yo, like, who are these guys? Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta be like different. You gotta stand out. You gotta stand on what you do. You know what I mean? You gotta be for the people, and the people will be for you.
Yeah. And do you feel it's more good collabing or being single?
I feel like it's more good collabing. It's better. I feel like it's better. It's better collabing. Yeah. Cause bro, imagine I have my people that follow me. You have your people that follow you. We just made a song. Now both of these people are emerging with each other. Like, and then now you do that with 2, 3, 4 other people. That's like the whole city, basically.
Exactly, because that's also one of the things I ask you about. What do you think about, you know, collabing people, and who would you like to collab and stuff, and how do you know who to collab with? Because some people you collab with, they start acting different after.
Yeah.
You know, they'll be like, yeah, I shine that song anyway better than you. You know? So that should be my song. Even though you brought up with you came up with everything.
Yeah.
So you gotta know who you're picking up too. Have you ever had that issue like that where?
Nah. I don't.
Because now you select wisely who you wanna collab with.
Broski told me this. He's like, yo, you can't just collab with anybody. You're you're up there, you know. So it's like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
You gotta do anything. You gotta watch out who you.
Yeah. So it's like, if you make a song with someone, you gotta make sure it's up to par.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure that person is like making you're on the same message. You're on the same wavelength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, just make sure when you put it out there, it could actually last out there.
Exactly.
It's not just gonna sit there. Oh, who are these? Like, why did this guy make a song with this guy? What's going on there? Like, how do you get, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta like represent. You know, you gotta straight represent. You know. Yeah.
But it's a good thing. That's why I respect, you know, FTD for because you only try to bring yourself up, but you also try to bring the team around you.
Yeah.
Who are collabing with you.
Yeah. Like, even if the collab doesn't work, like, I'm still help you pursue how you. If you want to pursue your dream, I'm still help you. But it just might not have work with me. But I'm still help you. You know, like, I'll give you advice on, like, to get better, you know?
Exactly.
That's how it is, you know what I'm saying?
I see how you guys feed from each other. Shout out to Easy, man. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to Johnny for...
Shout out T7G. Shout out DBE, man.
Exactly, man. Because you carry yourself as Immortal, but you also have, like, I would say the wings. You know what I'm saying?
You got a big team.
A big team. You would get. You just bring everybody together like that. So, so that's a good thing, man. Major, I don't know if you want to ask because we're coming at the end of the show a little bit, but we can extend it because I know you got some fire questions. You're boiling up. I can see when I see you start doing this, Major.
There's Immortal in the house, right?
You dig? FCD, G-Town.
Just imagine somebody who cannot die is in the house. So, if we would have named this episode "Becoming a Successful Musician or Artist in General," and putting your picture on the cover, you know, which represents you, right? How would you describe a successful musician? You know, like in this, you know, especially an indie artist, how would you describe a successful musician? How would you define them to become a successful musician? You know,
personally, a successful musician for me is like someone who like enjoys doing what they love.
Cool.
It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like if you could do it for your whole life and like you don't care if anyone listens and you still do it, that's how you know you love it, you know? So it's like you gotta be passionate about what you do and like make sure it carries you and it holds you, you know what I mean? Like it helps you, like the wings, like you said, you gotta have the good people around you that are on the same path.
That's what I see,
and just fly away, you know? You'll go to a different place, you know what I'm saying? It'll take you to places you've never been, places you've never seen.
Wow, that's very good. How do you get booked?
How do I get booked?
Yeah, for sure. Because you can organize all the shows.
Instagram DMs. I actually go out of my way sometimes, DM people, find out what shows are going on, and I'll try to get booked.
That's really good, man.
That's a good tip.
People get scared doing that. I don't know if they get scared or just so shy. But as an artist, you have to make sure you know like how to.
And sometimes I actually do have people approach me, right? Like they'll hit me up, yo, you want to do this show? And I'll be like, okay, let's do it.
Because they see you like you're very, you know,
like out there, I'm doing my thing. I'm out there.
That's why people respect
the hustle's real, bro. The hustle's real.
Exactly. Would you have another question before I ask my question?
Maybe just on the impact of your music, like your music. How do you think does it impact the youth in the community here?
Yeah, it impacts them in a big way because like I had some people come up to me like, yo, I heard your song when I was in like high school, or like I heard this song when it dropped and really like I like that song and it's just really hype, man. Like
wow.
And then like I had like it's more than one person, you know what I mean? Like they come up to me like yo, that song's fire. Like and I'll see it on my algorithm, like with the analytics, it'll show me like, yo, these people actually like this song. They come back every day, listen to it, and they're enjoying it. They're enjoying the vibe, and like
that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Like over the time I've grown like whatever I'm spreading, but I'm always trying to spread positivity and like motivation. Always try to get better. Always keep doing you. Always keep just getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Thanks for that, man. I think I'm done with it. Okay. For the night.
Man, finally. No. I wanted to ask you what's your message for Vancouver musicians and how can they help you as Immortal? Like, what do you want?
Especially the music BC.
Especially music.
We need a message for that.
Yeah. What's your message to Vancouver? Because you gotta have a goal that you're aiming for, and how the people help you.
Message for Vancouver. My message for Vancouver, man.
Let's get on the mic. This is gonna be real right here.
My message for Vancouver, man. So y'all just gotta spread the love, keep the positivity, keep it real, keep it 100. Be willing to work with one another, and keep growing up, keep going up, and we gonna make it, man. Eventually, the city will come to a place where it's like the culture's popping, everyone's in harmony, everyone's in synchronicity, everyone's doing the things they need to do to get to where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? So the big overall message is just move with love, you know, like just don't be shy, you know, like just holler at one another and just be a little bit more open. Don't be too cliquey, you know, just be open to like invite people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta grow, we gotta make a community, you know what I'm saying? We gotta full-time chase the dream, full-time get to our goals, no matter what. Everyone out here grinding, everyone out here going through something, so just make sure you're spreading some love out there, you know what I'm saying?
I like that, man.
That's beautiful.
I like that. Wow. Exactly, because, man, that 100% true, bro. Because, you know, Immortal is a guy who just hustles, man. No matter what, he has a big dream and he sees it, and that's the most important thing. You see it. You know, you just don't take anything for false or jokes, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna shout out his Instagram and where to find his music and how to reach him out.
Especially the new music that he's about to release, eh?
Yeah.
Because I know he's working on so many things right now.
I'm working on an album.
Man.
Yeah, working on an album.
Did you know he releases a song almost every 2 weeks or
every week, every 2 weeks?
I know that,
bro, man.
And I last week I actually dropped a song every day for like 4 or 5 days. I dropped a song on my SoundCloud. Yeah, every day.
That's
Sometimes
really fire.
just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because people gotta feed them. You know, you gotta feed the people that actually like out there listening to music. You know what I'm saying?
Because when the time comes when you hit, those music will also rise with you. They'll all go out.
And people are enjoying it, bro. So it's like I gotta keep going. You
gotta
know?
keep going.
Yeah, I gotta keep going.
Absolutely. So, you guys, man, if it's this real deal, man, and that's what AFRO DS was all about. We wanna, talent like Immortal, we wanna shout it out there, especially representing Vancouver, representing Surrey, man. It is what it be, man, because the guy works so hard. And subscribe to his channel, follow him on Instagram. He will shout it out pretty soon there. But do not forget to show him some love. It's all about love, like he said, man. So that's Immortal for y'all, man. That's Immortal for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We really love you.
And we
appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are grateful for you to be here and doing your thing. And we just would like to encourage you, keep doing your thing, man. Like, brother, we got love for you.
No stopping. We're going to keep going.
We're going to keep flying,
We're going to keep going, man.
We got the wings, right?
We got the wings,
right? I want you to shout out your gram.
Yeah.
Shout out where to find the music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what they expect from you from upcoming days, upcoming months.
So, yeah, I'm working on this little album, man. It's going to be a big album, actually. We'll see how it goes, Working on it's called No Going Back, and I just dropped 2 songs last week, and one's called Pop Out Freestyle, and the other one's Blessings, featuring Johnny K and Tom Easy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you can find that on all platforms. My Spotify and Apple Music is Immortal, and my Instagram, you can find me on IG at FTD_Immortal, FTD Full-Time Dreamer, hashtag Mr. Full-Time Dreamer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love it. And exactly. And would you like to, anybody that they would want to come here, would you recommend anybody
to pull up here?
Pull up here.
Yeah, man. I'd recommend my brother Johnny K, my brother Tom Easy, even so some of the Mindflow artists, some of the Colombian artists that I be working with.
Fire.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's hella people out here doing their thing. So I could even DM y'all whenever I have more people.
100%. You
can bring them out here and get some talent, get some stories out here. You know what I'm saying? Get some content.
Like I say, for real, this is what it's all about, man. We want to put Vancouver up on the map, man, because we got
G-Town on the maps, Van City on the map, 604 on the map, man. You already know, man.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, cause it's gonna be crazy. So keep subscribing to the channel. The artists all coming up here, and if you wanna, feel free to message, AFRO DS. We'll go ahead and message OC Music, book up a date, come here and talk about yourself, talk about what you're gonna impact, and be a leader for this show and for the world, man. So. It's all here, man. It's all here. That's it. So we are absolutely happy to have you, Immortal, man. Shout out to you. We are proud of you.
Thank you,
man. Leading the city.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Keep growing the city.
Yes, sir.
And this is not our first time. We're gonna see you back here again, man. After the
man.
album drops, probably. We're gonna make sure to shout it out here.
Yeah.
We'll play it out here.
Yes, sir.
So much love to you, brother, man.
Good to see you, man.
One love.
Good to see you, man. One love.
Thank
One
you.
love.
Well,
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
FTD.
Shout out, man. He's always obviously being such a sensational. You can zoom in on my face when I say this.
And shout out to Elton Penbaga.
Oh yeah. The guy's in the building.
He's in the building. It's always good to have comedians in a community.
I know.
This is one thing we've been missing, right?
Elton just pop his head.
These are things we've been missing forever.
Oh man!
Now we have somebody who's special,
and we haven't seen enough of him yet. The man will be back here with some fire stuff.
Of course.
So you guys should definitely stay tuned. Yeah. Continue to subscribe to this channel.
Actually, we are working on something.
Oh, okay.
It's coming. I know he's preparing. He's boiling something very soon.
You heard it here first, man. AFRO DS podcast. Make sure you stay tuned. A lot more crazy guests coming up here. A lot more fun guests coming up here. So continue to subscribe, continue to share, and share with your friends. We'll see you guys the next time. It's been AFRO DS podcast.
Shout out
My
Afro.
right side is Major, my co-host. And of course, the one and only, the GOAT. Oh man, Immortal in the building.
Wow.
Let's go.
Shout out AFRO DS, bro. Shout out FTD, man. Shout out the city. Shout out Surrey. Shout out Vancouver, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We out. Peace.